I have big bright lights behind me. Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am here with an update about my International Van Lines moving nightmare. You may remember that is the company who contacted me after they saw one of my videos that I gave them the link to. And they offered me some hush money to the tune of $1,444. $444 was for a shuttle that I still don't believe was ever rented to move my stuff, and the $1,000 was just a bonus to keep me quiet. I was not going to be able to mention them in any videos, any place at all, and I wasn't going to be allowed to leave reviews on the review sites. So I refused the money. But here's something that at the time, I don't think they knew that I did, and here's why. When I signed on with International Van Lines, for what I was told was to be my moving company and not sold to anyone else. Veronica at International Van Lines said they didn't broker out. They did not do that. Unless I would have been on the West Coast. Then they could hire some other trucks because they're on the East Coast. But because I was on the East Coast also, I was going to be moved in one of the International Van Lines trucks. I didn't make that up. I know I didn't. So I signed on with them, and at the time I was told I had to pay 1/3 of the amount to them up front. The other 2/3 was going to be cut in half, and one payment goes to the driver who picks up my stuff, and the other payment goes to the driver who delivers my stuff. Another thing that Deja from International Van Lines, she's the one that offered me the hush money, she said that I was not supposed to pay with a cashier's check because I had told her how I didn't like that they insisted on cash. It was Ready, Set, Go who ended up delivering my stuff. They picked it up in Massachusetts. It went from Maine to Massachusetts in a warehouse for almost a month, and then to me. And I said, well, yes, of course, cashier's check was one of the forms of payment. And she said, no, cash or a postal money order. And I was like, I didn't argue with her. I was on the phone with her. But I'm thinking to myself, I would never just pay without knowing that I was paying one of the accepted ways. So she went back and forth with me on that for a little bit. And then I looked at my contracts with Coach. And then when they sent me notices saying that my stuff was picked up from the warehouse, and then also another notice that my stuff was close and I was going to be having it delivered, I have the two things from those emails. I'm going to show them to you right now. You see what was circled there? Cashier's check. Two different notices had that in there. It was one of the forms of payment. So Deja, if you're watching, I was right, you were wrong. I don't know if she's watching. I don't let them know now, but I think other people are. I've kind of figured that out. Okay, so the night before, my stuff was supposed to be picked up in Maine, or the afternoon before, I got a notice that Coach International Van Lines was coming to get me. And I called them, and they're like, no, don't worry. You're still through us. We're still running this show, but they'll be picking your stuff up. And it wasn't until after that I looked at my list of movers, and Coach USA was on there with horrible written after them. I would have never hired them on my own. I'm glad I didn't look at that list at the time. I was so frustrated and frazzled and just sick to my stomach over everything. It was the worst experience of my life. So I knew there was nothing I could do anyway because they were picking my stuff up. I mean, everything was set. We were ready to go. And so I let them come, and it was on that moving day that they picked up my stuff that I found out through the driver that $1,727 that I paid to International Van Lines was just a broker's fee. And I'm like, no, don't you guys get some of that? They said a third, and then the other 2/3 are split in half. You're getting a check, I think it was like 13 something, and then on the other end, another 13 something. He said, nope, they just are brokers, they hired us. I was like, fuck. Now here's the deal, that 1/3 that I had to pay up front, that I was able to pay with a credit card. I paid that with through talking to Veronica, and gave her the information over the phone. So I looked at it and I saw that it came up as just shipping and moving, something like that, or moving and storage. No, nothing that says anything about International Van Lines. There's a phone number that is connected to what I believe is now a out of business company called Ocean Star International. If I call that number, I get International Van Lines. Ocean Star International, I know at one point I saw someplace that it was closed and it had horrible reviews, and I mean, so it has to be the same company and they're still using that phone number. This company's just a hot mess. So I filed the dispute, I started it on the phone, and then I got a letter, and they wanted different kinds of information. I sent them everything that I could. I told them my whole story, and then you just have to sit and wait and sit and wait and sit and wait. But now I got the email that says that there was a letter for me inside my credit card account. I was just looking it up. Now I'm telling you, all the email said is we made a decision and there is a letter for you to read inside your account. And my heart was pounding because I'm like, oh, don't tell me. Because this has been a while, since the end of October. And it's January 2. I actually got it like 2 days ago, but I had some other videos to do. And I wanted to make sure it was real. And I wanted to do some homework on some other things before I talked about it. So now I was ready to let you guys know. Yeah, see, the merchant's name, shipping and moving. I mean, that just... I don't know why they did that. And the amount was $17.27. It just says, Dear Darlene Michaud, we are pleased to tell you that we've resolved your dispute. They don't say in my favor. And then it shows the company name, the shipping and moving, and the amount. And here's what you need to know. We've credited your account for the full disputed dollar amount. Yay, yay, yay. If you have any questions, please call us. And I haven't, because it was, what was it? What did we just have? New Year's. But yeah, we're available Monday through Friday. I might call for the hell of it and see what is it that made them decide that I deserved to get that full fucking amount back. The full amount. They don't just do shit like that. And it's not just the credit card that decides that. It's the banks. It's that, because I've talked to somebody about this. You know, I'm just like all into this. I'm learning so many things. And then I went to look at the dispute itself, and it's closed. Closed in my favor. So I was very happy about that. Now, that doesn't involve any kind of a gag order, you know. I won a dispute, fair and square. They had their chance to say whatever they wanted to say on their end, and I fucking won. I won it. So, International Van Lines, and this Ocean, what did I call it? Ocean Star something. Oh yeah, and I did look up that website, and it was down. It doesn't exist. So, I really do believe that they had Ocean Star International as a business, and it probably got really bad reviews, and they changed the name, and they kept the phone number that they used on here. It's not a phone number that's on any of my paperwork, but if I call it, it goes to International Van Lines. I just thought I'd let you guys know that, so that was good. I'm still going to leave reviews everywhere that I can. I have a note to do that. You know, it took a long time to get my furniture, so I'm in no rush to do all the things that I have to do. You know, it takes a lot out of me when I go back and think about this, but little by little, this homework that I'm doing and this detective work that I'm doing, it's making me feel better because I really do, I really do think that I'd like to try to find a way to, I don't know, to make this be known because I just think it's awful. And I have heard from some of my viewers with nightmare stories also, and I want to look into that deeper. I just want to know what the hell is going on out there. It's just ridiculous. So if you do hire a mover and you're told you have to pay a certain chunk, that seems to be standard, because a few others that I talked to also, they said you got to pay, some up front and blah, blah, blah. Anytime you're offered a credit card as a form of payment, always do that. Because I've won disputes, by doing that. You keep track, keep records, know what the hell is going on, and credit card companies know. They know. They can do the homework too, and they'll see if things aren't on the up and up. So, I'm very glad that I at least got that. Yay! That was something. I don't give a shit about that hush money because I'd much rather be able to keep talking about international van lines and Coach USA and let people know that I would not recommend. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!